guys, Richard Scout and Rebound Horsemanship here. This is my real emotional horse that I got in for training. Working on him being steady Eddie, working on his impulsion. Impulsion meaning his go equals his whoa. Right now he's very impulsive, he feels a leg. He generally doesn't even yield from a leg, he'll push into the leg. Generally everything you do to this horse either means go forward super fast or run backwards super fast. And I've been riding him in this hackamore, 5/8 hackamore, and he's been doing really well. And a lot of times I'll take horses out of a bit if they have a lot of head noise from the bit and put them in a hackamore so I can kind of teach them the fundamentals, rein to foot connection, teach them what yielding means and whatnot, and then I'll put them back in the bit once it starts to make sense to them. But one thing I'm going to work on here is sideways. I'm going to put a fence in front of us, that way I'm not having to hang on his head. It feels like he's been held on quite a bit. So I'm going to put a fence in front of him to cause him to not go forward. And I'm going to start by going down the fence away from you. So my right leg is going to be on, my left leg is going to be off, left rein is going to be off. And I'm going to see if I can just start to teach him that one leg on means move laterally. Two legs on means something else. I'm wearing spurs. I've worn spurs long enough. I know when to use them, I know when not to use them. And I know when I'm using them and when I'm not using them. And I probably won't be using them on this horse. But we're gonna walk up here, pick up that right rein, put that right leg on. He's gonna, when he throws his nose, that's not too bad. When he throws his nose to the left, I'm gonna block him with my hand, my right hand, as my leg stays on him, and I ask him to go sideways. Once he gets soft in that sideways, at least a little bit softer than when I started, and he tucks his nose a little bit because he's using his hind end, then I'll reward that. Now we'll go back up towards the camera. Right side open, left side on. That's an escape. He gets very antsy, very nervous. He's pushing into my left leg. Bring his nose to the right, left leg. I'm looking for some resemblance of a sideways. So you kind of ride through the hell. And then when you get to a sweet spot, that's when you stop. It's your building blocks. I'm just trying to build building blocks with this horse. I'm trying to find a ground zero to where I can work from. Right leg off. Right rein off, on the shoulders. That's an escape. So when he's escaping, he's reacting. He's like, okay, I'm feeling something. I might not know exactly what to do. So I'm gonna just move my feet any way that I think I can to get away from that pressure. And when he's escaping, then I'll just keep my leg on. I'll maintain the same amount of pressure. I won't increase the same amount of pressure. I'll just kind of let him wear that pressure for a little bit until he yields and gets a little bit softer. Kind of starts turning into butter, like Paula Deen's butter when she's making cookies. Right leg on. That's better. That's better. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but he's got so much emotion built up in that mouth, even in this hackamore, when I'm not applying hardly any pressure. His mouth's open, his jaw's tight, nostrils are flared. A lot of emotional head noise that has stemmed, I believe, from hands and a bit. That's much nicer. Now I'll stop him with my right leg. Ask him to go. That's much better. So he's starting to understand it. But I'm just doing this to teach him that one leg on means lateral work. I got the fence in front of him, so I'm not having to use my reins to stop his forward motion. When he tucks that nose like that and gets soft, then I just kind of melt. That's an escape. I didn't ask him to do anything. He just kind of thought, oh, he moved, I better do something. So I'll get my stand still. Get my stand still. Left leg on, right leg off. Ask him to give me a sideways. So that's kind of what I'm working on with this horse right now. On his hips to swing to the left. Anywhere pressure's applied, I want him to yield, not react. So even if I'm in motion going to the left, I can just open up that right door, bring that left side on, and ask him to sidestep to the right. I'm gonna ask him to go back left. Stop straight. If my leg comes off, he ought to just stop straight. He shouldn't swing his hind end, shouldn't swing his front end. He should just say, okay, pressure's off. Homeboy up top got soft, I need to get soft. And kind of wait for the next thing that I ask him to do. He's better going to the left than the right, so we'll head down here. On that fence. Left leg on, right leg off. That's an escape, that's an evasion. I talked about that in my book. You guys didn't know I have a book? Man, go to remounthorsemanship.com. Get the fundamentals of groundwork. Talks a lot about groundwork. A lot of the groundwork I'm doing with this horse, which translates into saddle work. Great book. That's nice. Leg comes off, he ought to just melt. And wait for the next order. So that's just something I'm working on with him, and I'll continue to work on it. Wean myself from the fence, so he started listening to my seat. I'm not using my reins, I'm not needing the fence. So that's just a little bit about that. Thanks for watching.